one of the things that excited me about the, working with you was you had this great idea for making foreign relations, foreign policy, very interesting and exciting for people. Can you talk about that?
That's right. That's right. I think in the United States, history and world affairs don't get a lot of attention from media, and the curriculum comparing to Europe or Asia is also pretty weak. And I found it very meaningful to bring these subjects to the masses in a comprehensible, easy to digest way. One problem with studying history is that most people are turned off by it because to them it's just an enumeration of dates and facts and times. In fact, history and world affairs are a lot more interesting than that. They are events that affect our lives and affected the lives of our ancestors and parents for years to come. And if someone would just explain them right, and of course there are many historians that do it right, but for the most part it's rather arid, and even documentaries are regarded with a stigma of being arid and boring and not engaging enough. So my desire, my long-term desire, is to become the Carl Sagan of foreign policy. Yeah, I remember I was about 10 when Carl Sagan brought astronomy in my house and in my heart, just by making it accessible and fun, and the stars became a lot more than little shiny dots on the sky that have nothing to do with your life. I'd like to do the same for foreign policy and for international affairs, for the public here and at large. And that's my long-term goal.
So you finished the World Without Us, and it's a huge undertaking. You get through it, and you decide to immediately make another documentary.
Yeah, I finished The World Without Us. I got a lot of satisfaction by doing it, and I also got a lot of satisfaction by being able to broadcast it. It's been shown in Poland, in Sweden, in the entire Middle East, and in Israel. It's also selling on DVD through numerous outlets in the United States. And I didn't start on a new film right away. I needed about 6 months of a break and being away from it and just reading and taking a vacation from life. I find that making a film that has any ambition, it's draining creatively and from an energy standpoint. And I think I'll need to take breaks between films for the time to come. Besides that, you end up in a tunnel vision. The only thing you think it's about your film, and that tunnel vision will lead you to a point where you lose objectivity, and you might not be that effective to make another film of any value anymore.
Yeah, and I've worked as a cameraman on several of your interviews, and one of the things that struck me right away is how knowledgeable you were on the subject you were talking about. So yeah, I imagine that takes quite a bit of homework on your part.
Oh yeah, knowing the subject matter to exhaustion is essential, and I enjoyed that part.
So doing that, yeah. I know you must kind of formulate in your own mind a certain opinion about what's going on, and as you pick up the interviews, you get different opinions with that. How much of your own opinion do you really, I guess, rely upon as you're putting all these bits and pieces together and putting the whole flow of your project?
Well, I set as a goal to learn a lot about the subject matter in order to understand what are the right questions. Now, this sounds very lala. I mean, if you're learning, why do you still have questions? Well, if you're really learning, you just understand how much you don't know about something. And then you reach a level where you can go in depth and start looking for those questions. So that's what I'm doing at the end of the research. I'm just being able to find a set of questions, and then the field work, the travel, the interviews is just a quest for those questions.